Most of y'all ain't old enough to remember that Shaka Zulu special that came on. Yeah. Yeah, it was like the late 80s, I believe. Shaka Zulu. Dabasiti Yamagoso. How the hell are you? First new moon of the perceived year 2026. First new moon of 2026. January 18th. Today is January 16th. So, Sunday. It's at 2:52 p.m. Eastern Time. 252. Connected to what's moved me, that's got me connected. I'm not free to take that call right now, so you have to wait. Again, new moon. What I will say is, with me, new moons are release and reset points. The problem with that is, like I put in the caption, new moon, same old you. If you won't let go of what you've been holding on to, you can't expect anything different. You really can't. You really can't. So, make sure. With this new moon, it's in Capricorn. We're coming out of the sign of Capricorn next week, going into the sign of Aquarius. Capricorn is what you hear me call the god of thought. They're very good at trying to outthink situations. By birth charts, in this human meat suit game, I'm a Capricorn moon. So I fully get it. We're highly manipulative. The Capricorn energy can be very good at manipulation. We're very good at control. But again, as you hear me describe us, we have our own little bit of paranoia. And then that kind of goes into what I'm saying about you being the god of thought. If you are only trying to rule over what you're thinking, but you don't have validity for what you think or why you think, that's where that paranoia comes in. And I know a lot of paranoid Capricorns. I know a lot of erratic, super strong Capricorns who, when placed in situations that would probably benefit them being a little bit more docile and meek and silent, they can't do it because they feel like they've lost control. That tied into the collective energy is exactly where we're at. Woo! One thing you have to understand about a parasite. Once the parasite destroys all of its food source, the parasite will eventually turn on itself. Science shows you that. History shows you that. Don't think of parasite just as a worm. I'm talking about parasite as in the function of human sociopathy, human ideology. Once people who are hell bent on destruction get through destroying everybody they thought that they had to find safety for themselves, the next thing they do is start not finding safety for themselves in everything else that they found safety in. Let your life tell your tale and just look at the news. Motherfuckers will eat themselves alive. And this new moon is saying, hey, shit, ain't nothing controlling you except for that primary thought that you let control you while you try and act like you're controlling it. This is where psychosis is coming in. This is where mental ailments come in, where people say that they have a handle on whatever their primary diagnosis is, or misdiagnosis, or undiagnosis. I got a handle on my sickness. And it's like, holy shit, do you hear yourself talking? You have a handle on your sickness, which means you're holding on to your sickness because you think you're now in control. Well, again, as science has been showing, and as I've been trying to post for at least the last 7 years, there's plenty of examples in nature, not even going to deal with humanity, but there's plenty of examples in nature, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, where the parasite reprograms the mind of the host so that the host will do whatever the parasite tells it to make. Tie that back into what I'm saying. We are in Capricorn energy, the AKA God of thought. I'm going to outmaneuver what I'm thinking. But if you don't have validity for why that thought has taken hold in your existence, you're only good for a war. You're only good for a war. You're only good for a war. And again, if you're new to me, when it comes to astrology, we are all signs. You can be born as a Capricorn. You can be born as a Pisces. That's just your tendency and probability of acting out those pre-described energies. But if you don't understand that the signs are just a story of you in separation, when you start to look at the whole being, there's a piece of it all there. Which one pulls on you or which one pushes you away, that becomes personal preference and thought subscription. If you pay attention to things for what they are, there's a bit of all of it in all of us until you stop lying to yourself about the signs and start being the whole message. So this whole planet operates under the Capricorn energy of paranoia by trying to control what it thinks. Again, what you see a lot of people doing and consistently have done is when you get into, like, say, religious fanaticism, spiritual fanaticism, atheistic fanaticism, when you get into things like that, wholeness, then their need to be right in what they think will make them parasitic to everybody else, as they view everything that is in counter to what they think parasitic to them. Para is the only common word, and it should be paranoia. When you worry so much about what somebody else got going on to now you can't have nothing going on for yourself, the first source of harm is you. If you are worried about what everybody else is doing, so you now must do something to them to make sure that you stay safe, but you were never in any real danger, this new moon is going to kind of give you we'll call it a booster shot. This new moon is going to give you a chance at a booster shot to provide a possible cure for that sickness. See, this ain't no Pfizer shit. This one's tested, tried, and true. If you release what you won't let go of, you get to see shit different. If you won't release what ain't holding on to you, you don't get to see shit different. And that is the whole factuality of belief. People hold on to things that are not holding on to them. It's just the belief that it is holding on to them that keeps them going. Try that in your life. Try that in your human waking life without lying to yourself about the difference between the mundane and the divine and all this other bullshit. See, those are all self-serving lies of paranoia and psychosis, schizophrenia, multiple personality disorders, where you lie to yourself about what something is doing for you, even though it is not being done. It ain't got nothing to do whatever they want to do. You should do what is necessary. See, that comes into it, and I'm not trying to be funny to you, but I'm just answering. You asking, so I'm answering. It's not so much about doing what you want to do, it's doing what's necessary. Doing what you want to do already ties back into that paranoia. Who said you got to do anything at all? That's that parasite that is making you think that if ain't nothing controlling me, I ain't going to have no control over myself. So it's no. If I stop lying to myself about what's controlling me, I might get out of the ideology that control is a necessity. Why not just sit my punk ass down and be still and see shit for what it is, instead of the paranoia function of what I needed to be in converse to what others think they needed to be, and now nobody can be, except for divided. But you have to learn how to think for yourself and not think for the thoughts that have already ruled over you as you lie to yourself about ruling over them. Hello, new moon in Capricorn. If you can't release the same shit that keeps shitting on you, you'll shit on others the same way. So it's not about getting into lawlessness. It's about understanding that where laws were only designed to capture you when you motherfuckers ready to be free. Most of you aren't. This is a conversation I have with a lot of people all the time. Even if there was a moment of lawlessness and every formatted government went away, most people would only look to vote in a replacement system. When you get rid of all of the evident sickness, somebody else will stand in line waiting to be re-inundated into the field of sickness. Why? Because they've already got comfortable there. You don't want nothing different. You're already heavily invested in maintaining the same. That is a DNA problem. That is a DNA trauma-ridden function that says, I'm not enough, somebody else has to give it to me. Who taught you that shit? And when you gonna learn it? Oops, new moon, Capricorn, ruled over by what you're thinking, which keeps you emotional. But the element of the new moon is, in the sense of lunar influence, lunar energy influences the emotions. There is no lunar influence. There's only you. The new moon says, I ain't got shit to do with this. All that paranoia that you can't let go, all that shit that you keep picking up and won't put down, that's on you. Why is it on you? Because your Capricorn function says you're trying to rule over what you think, when the whole problem was the thought process is in you just so you think in that fashion. Jedi mind trick. Something's already told you how to think, and you no longer want to think for yourself, so much to the point where you're willing to kill to maintain the paranoia of your own thought process. Capricorn, new moon. Ain't nothing doing this to you but you. Ain't nothing doing this to you but you. It's the voice in the head. It's the siren. It is the queen of waters. Whatever is influencing your emotions, you're connected to that struggle. 2, connection, 8, struggle. 2 + 8, 10. You're going to make that choice. But what's 10? A fucking illusion. It is 2 numbers pretending to be 1. It's a 1, it's a 0, it's a 10. It's multiplicity. There are so many things I can do, but I'm only going to follow what I've been taught to do because I don't know how to do for myself. So all I do is do on myself. Oops. So you're only motivated by that strongest thought in your head that you think you are in control of, when, as I already told you, as a parasitic function, it's already in control of you. You know better than that rat that has eaten that damn parasite and told the rat to go play with the cat so that the cat kills it and shits out the parasite so another rat can eat it, and it just keeps itself in cycle. I don't give a shit about that rat. The rat just thought it was safe. There's a lot of rats in this country right now that are realizing that, holy shit, you ain't safe either. You sat and watched the shit happen, and now that it's happening to you, you're wondering why. Oops, the new moon already said, what was your motivation? Just wanting to be safe. But everybody else ain't safe, but I'm safe. Okay. Let your light tell your tale. So, we're in the sign of Capricorn for the next few days, so the new moon is going to affect the Capricorn sign. Remember, I told you, if you wasn't in here, the Capricorn is a manipulator. The Capricorn sign is real good at manipulation. But this is the magician in reverse. You're only manipulating yourself. You're only manipulating yourself. Why? Because what you know has already stolen all of your potential. And if it's already stolen all of your potential, are you working for it or is it working for you? Some of y'all are going to say, no, it's working for me. It just ain't time. You missed the word that said it stole your energy. You already manipulated yourself. If you keep showing up to a shit show and somebody keep taking all of your stuff because you ain't paying attention, is it their fault or is it yours? Don't lie to me. Lie to yourself. So the Capricorn energy and the Capricorn new moon in Capricorn is going to show you, holy shit, the first manipulator is you. 1, your awareness. You're not aware of what you're doing. You're just only following what you think. You're not aware of what you're doing. You're only following what you think. And if you can only follow what you think without an original thought for yourself, what's that called? Thank you. So from Capricorn, we go on to Aquarius. This new moon in Capricorn is going to affect Aquarius energy, which starts next week, by telling you where you're in a ritual. Remember, Capricorn said, I'm going to show you the 1. I'm going to show you the 1. 1 will become 2 under Aquarius. What is Aquarius? The sign of separation. I want to separate myself from everything that's harming me by keeping everything that's harming me to myself so I can figure it out. You harbor the parasite. It's going to show where you've already sacrificed yourself by making time to hold on to that same ideology that you want to use to keep separate from others, but it's only keeping you separate from yourself. Holy shit, Nazi Germany. The same people who would not help everybody else when they were not safe found safety in whoever was making everybody else stay in harm, until whoever was making them in harm made them in harm too. And now they wanted safety for everybody else. You sacrificed yourself. It's like somebody posted yesterday. If there is 10 people at the table with 1 Nazi, then there's 11 Nazis at the table. Oops. You caught in a ritual. You sacrificed yourself watching everybody else become martyrs. Oops. How's that working out for you? Capricorn energy and Aquarius says you separate yourself, but you're part of the sacrifice too. Oops. Why? Going on to Pisces. You separate yourself, and now you got to swim with the fishes. Capricorn new moon is going to show you the Pisces energy of motion in separation. See, this was the intention of separation. Aquarius has the intention of separation, which is already going to put it in a ritual sacrifice. 1 + 2, 3. Only thing you're going to do is chase the strongest thought that you think is going to keep you free. And in the case of, like, say, history and in current day events, people are only siding with whoever they think can keep them safe, even when whoever is keeping them safe is the danger. So once you realize that I swam with the same sharks and now I'm a fish too, that's where this Pisces energy is going to come in. Oops, I'm connected to the sharks. I am the mother of fishes. Yemaya. I am connected to the sharks because I keep providing the energy of sustenance. You get it? The shark eats the fishes, even when the fishes think that they're safe. When that shark get hungry enough, it'll eat them too. Holy shit, everything I said at the beginning. You're at a point to where the parasite has run out of people to eat, so now it is starting to eat itself. Why? Capricorn moon runs into the Aries energy. The Aries is the mind on fire. The Aries energy in this Capricorn moon shows you the sickness. It shows you the sociopathic tendency itself. It shows you where all I want is war. This is the Volturi, whatever their name was from Twilight, that big head motherfucker that didn't no matter what they showed him, he was going to want to fight anyway. Alwyn or whatever his name is. And Alice was like, it doesn't matter what I show you. You just want a war. Hi. The sociopathic tendency of people who are not safe within themselves, when given power, will only enter into a megalomaniac state of control that means to destroy everybody else, as they never learned how to live for themselves. Hi, history shows you that. That's why you have despots and oligarchs and rulers and emperors and dictators and things like that. Them motherfuckers have so much fear within themselves that they need to destroy everything else because the paranoia that something else can destroy them because they never learned to live for themselves. That's a mind always on fire. That is, I'm already burning. Holy shit, Rome is burning. I might as well burn you too. This new moon in Capricorn is going to show you the Aries energy to where your mind is already on fire. You already don't see yourself as enough. Your mind is already on fire and you're starring in a shit show of trying to figure out the best you. And if the best you, 1, potential, 7, self-awareness, 7, the journey. If the best journey for me is destroying everybody else's path so that I can have a clear path for myself, fanaticism. If I need to take everything from everybody else so that I can make sure I have everything for myself, paranoia. Remember, I told you at the beginning, this new moon will reveal more paranoia. New moon, same old you. If you keep doing the same shit over and over without ever making changes and you still have an expectation of seeing something different, you're a fool. Hello, there's a shit ton of fools out here. You want to see something different, but you won't do anything. You won't do anything except for the same. So the Aries energy, you already starring in your own separation. These are the Abeji. The Abeji in the Yoruba African cosmology, they're the sacred twins. Only the firstborn is the youngest. The elder twin sends the younger twin out to make sure it's safe for him. Self-sacrifice. Wait a minute. This is part of you. Yeah, I know, but I need to make sure I'm safe. Everything I just got through saying, you will sacrifice the other parts of yourself that you now think are going to harm you because you never found safety within yourself. The parasite starts to eat itself. The Aries function under this new moon shows where the parasite is already starting to eat itself. Why? Because there's no peace in the mind. It's always on fire. It always sees things in the sense of harm, and therefore it conducts the primary function. That which I see is that which I manifest. I only see harm within myself, so I must cause harm for others. Hitler type energy. Yeah, that. So Aries is going to show you the bullshit. This Capricorn new moon is going to show you where you're in Taurus energy and you only like to shit on yourself because, again, as I told you with that rat, the rat eats the parasite. The parasite goes and gets itself killed by the cat. The cat poops out the parasite. The rat eats the parasite. The rat gets killed by the cat. The cat poops out the parasite. The rat eats it. It's a cycle. You stuck in shit. This was never about you. It was only about the guaranteed existence of the sickness. Everything that's going on now is only about the guaranteed sickness existence because we don't want to live. You keep making space to connect to stuff that has not shown you enough and only shown you mass manipulation, but you waiting to manifest. You stuck in shit. And everything's already been revealed. You got bad judgment. Everything has already been revealed and you have connected to what's already got you fooled. What have you connected to? The thought. Remember Capricorn, the god of thought. The new moon, there is no influence over what you're thinking except for that what you think for yourself. There's nobody forcing anybody to do a goddamn thing that's going on now except for their own direct intentions based off of the paranoia they call life. So the Taurus energy is you stuck in shit and everything keeps revealing and you waiting on judgment day. Y'all do this shit every year. Hell, y'all tried that shit again last year. You're going to try it again next year, too. You tried it around September. What was it, September 23rd? Jesus is coming back. If he came back, you probably deported him. Why? Because your paranoia of things needing to look like you in your sickness means that if somebody came to you to address your sickness with healing, you killed them, too. Stuck in your own shit. Why? Because you stuck in your own separation. Why? Because you don't even trust yourself. This new moon in Capricorn, where it's going to show where you are only being ruled over by the thought that you think you rule over, Gemini energy. You already caught in separation and you're under programming. This Gemini energy under this new moon is going to show you the programming. It's what you keep communicating with. That thought that says, no, don't do that. And that other thought that says, yes, do that. But which one should I listen to? And both of them say me at the same time. God, I wish I had interrogation skills. I wish y'all have ever had to do anything, even if it was just in training. Escaping espionage, one of the classes I used to teach in the Army back in the day. If you inundate enough affliction on somebody, you can make them say or do whatever you want them to think. It ain't just waterboarding. If you just keep saying the same shit over and over and they just get tired. How they show y'all that shit on cops all the time, how they set people up. Yeah, just go ahead and say it so we can go ahead and charge you. I didn't do it, man. 20 hours later. Just go ahead and say it. You know what, man? I'm tired. Go ahead. Yeah, we got a confession. Sick as fuck. You sit there and watch this crooked ass system do crooked ass shit on innocent people, and then you jump right in and blame them for being guilty. Hey, they kept this motherfucker locked away for 3 days. No water, no food. Didn't even let them use the bathroom and just kept saying the same shit over and over again. So mentally they broke. Because the only thing they can communicate with was what the only thought they kept getting presented with. You did it, didn't you? No, I didn't do it. You did it, did you? Yeah, I did it. Did you do it? No, but I'm going to say it anyway. And the average ignorant motherfucker just sits there and pop popcorn and clap. Don't even realize that, holy shit, this could be you too. Why? Because you're a part of the programming. Gemini energy says you're only going to communicate with that what you see. And if the god of thought, Capricorn energy, is only showing you what it wants you to see, you're screwed. So from Gemini, you're going to Leo. You're going to Cancer. You're screwed. If the thought is only programming you to stay just as sick as it needs you to be to keep it healed, you're your own cancer. You're the rat that keeps eating the sickness and then go sacrifice yourself to get killed in its name, honor, and glory. Parasite. Holy shit. Maybe your religion is based on parasitic function. I don't know. Maybe your belief is based on parasitic function. Maybe your need to not believe is based on parasitic function. Maybe your spirituality is based on a parasitic function of not seeing yourself, so you need to concoct something else worth seeing. You can only communicate with the scarcity you see in yourself, and you expect the scarcity that you see within yourself to produce wholeness. You're your own sickness. I don't see myself as enough, and I'm just gonna get with somebody else that just sees me the same way too. And maybe if both of us see each other at 50%, we'll be 100. That's how a lot of y'all do. You're in relationships with people that don't want nothing for themselves, and they like you not want nothing for yourselves. But two motherfuckers that don't want nothing for themselves can have everything. You're a Cancer. You're sleeping with the devil. The devil card. I have helped give all my potential to what's already abusing me. 5, manipulation. 1 + 5, 6. My foundation, trauma. A traumatic foundation. You're your own Cancer. You keep sponsoring thoughts to keep you in separation, so much to the point to where you separate yourself to make sure that they stay separated from you while you hold it all together. Take your time with that one. Why? Because you're the power plant. Leo, your ego, your energy has been generated and operated into an emotional cycle of paying attention into that which you've been programmed to know that you have no awareness. What was this about? The new moon says, I ain't got no influence, but the Capricorn energy says, I'll tell you what to think. Leo is only going to provide all the power based off of the strongest thought that is thinking is the safest one to think. That is always dangerous. If you got 12 things in front of you and ain't none of them safe and you pick the safest one, you're still in danger. The world upside down. It's the cry. I'm going to pick whichever one ain't going to hurt me the most. But wait a minute. All of them's going to hurt you. Yeah, I know, but I ain't got no other choice. And we can't do nothing different. Vote. Believe. Have faith. Don't do nothing for yourself. It's on divine time. God watching. He keeping score. The Orisha see it. The Loa see it. The Netta see it. The angels see it. The demons see it. My ancestors see it. But I ain't going to do nothing different because everything is already paid for, baby. Who is it? Boo Boo the Fool. Stuck in a phoenix cycle because they're too scared to become the goddess because the goddess already got their back. But wait a minute, wasn't you the goddess? Yeah, but I ain't hit that point yet. So the goddess already know what I want. The universe already know what I want. But how is it going to give it to you? I don't know. It was written. You burnt yourself as a fucking Cancer, and then you stayed on fire as the Leo, and now all you can do is try and pick the least thing that will make you cry as you just learn to survive. Virgo, the Capricorn new moon is going to show the Virgo cyclic energy. What I call Virgo is Bambi, the deer in the headlight. What I call Virgo is the deer in the headlight. They can't see shit for themselves, so they only can speak for something that won't speak for itself. It is a parasite speaking for something even more parasitic because the thing that is more parasitic is only a figment of themselves. You get it? When you have so much harm within yourself and you project that harm onto who you think can heal you, you've only harmed yourself exponentially. Virgo only shows that cycle. You carrying your traumas with you, waiting on your traumas to set you free, but you won't let them go. That's why you can never be saved. Empathy. Your energy has been moved in a path, but you don't know why. All you know is what you've been taught to say and see, and 2 + 6, you only connect it to your traumas. Your trauma is belief. Your trauma is the need to believe that there's something else going to do something for you, which makes you not be able to do anything for yourself. But you gotta let your life tell your tale. Sickness. Why sickness? Libra. Remember, this was about balance. This was about the new moon said, I have nothing else to do with you. There is no lunar influence. If you out here acting crazy, that's on you. There is no emotional component. There is no lunar sea. There is no lunar energy moving your waters. This is just what you think. The Capricorn says, I'm going to rule over what I think. But as I've been saying, if the only thing in your head is the thought that told you to fight with control, go ahead. Try and take control over what you think, but you don't even know why you think that way. You'll use a program thought to try and get out of a program thought, which will only leave your ass in a program thought. That's why people leave fanatic religion and go into spiritual systems or go into atheist format of belief nonetheless, but they never stop to find themselves. You never stop to find yourself as the source of all this fragmentation and figmentation of existence. You get it? You never stop to see yourself. You just try and find something else to take the place of the other one that you never ran into. That's fanaticism. You only Libra function trying to find balance with what you thought. Man, I thought. Yeah, but that ain't real. Yeah, but I thought. A perfect slave. The Libra energy in this Capricorn new moon is going to show you the perfect slave. I can't make this shit up. Enslavement. 2-7. Connected to who I think I am. Connected to who I think is going to show me the best journey. You just need a snake oil salesman to present the proper case, and you'll take whatever medicine does not taste good. But your belief that it will heal you will make you go ahead and drink the poison anyway. What do you mean? I'm drinking the poison. You're killing yourself anyway. You giving your energy into something that can't save you so much to the point that you won't do a goddamn thing to save yourself except for run your goddamn mouth on what you think is happening, but never see it. Because if you saw it, you wouldn't be in here. If you saw it, we wouldn't see what we see out here. But your psychosis will tell you something different. Why? Scorpio energy, death energy, the god of war, the god of death. Aries is god of war. Scorpio is the god of death. You are ruling over what's killing you. Holy shit. Capricorn, the god of thought. Scorpio, the god of death. If the only thing that is killing me is what I think, maybe I'm God. Maybe you have generated and operated and destroyed yourself. This Scorpio function, where the two power components meet, Scorpio and Capricorn, they're going to cancel out each other. Yeah, I'm telling you what to think. Scorpio is going to say, no, I'm going to tell you what to get rid of. The whole answer was get rid of what you think. It's keeping you in struggle. You're a victim to both. You're a victim to the cycles of death, meaning you think there's something out here that you got to destroy. And you're a victim to the cycles of thought. You thinking that you have to get out here and tell everybody else what to think. That is the most simplistic form of fanaticism and paranoia, is when what you think is not safe enough for you to think. So you got to convince others to think the same way too. That's a parasite. That is a parasite. You can't think that way. You got to think this way or it won't work. And you motherfuckers see that shit in 2020. I'm about to see it again in 2027. If you don't wear your mask, mine won't work. If you don't get your vaccines, mine won't work. If you don't put gas in your car, mine won't drive. Idiocracy. Why? The Ophiuchus function. After Scorpio becomes Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is really the hidden one. It's the 0 point. It is the person wrestling with what they're about to know. Ophiuchus is basically fuck around and find out. If I wrestle with the potential of what I'm thinking, I'm gonna fuck around and find out. So how do I get out of it? This is a duality. The new moon says, just don't give your energy because I'm not going to influence you to make this decision. The Capricorn energy is going to time machine Ophiuchus and say, but go ahead. Don't you want to see what can happen? This is basically the proverbial devil on the shoulder. Go ahead, do it. Find out what happened. Go ahead, fuck around and find out. So I'll play your game with you. The angel on the shoulder is saying, no, man, don't fall for this influence. Don't do this. Stay whole. It's an illusion. It's an ill use of ions. 1-8. You're only going to give your potential to that struggle. Scorpio says, I'm death. I'll kill you. Ophiuchus says, it already told you what it'll do to you. It's only going to make you a victim, and you're only going to wrestle with that snake. What is Ophiuchus? The man wrestling with the snake. Scorpio already told Ophiuchus what was going to happen before Scorpio was even there. It's the proverbial time machine of a thought. So Ophiuchus in the angelic form said, hey, holy shit, the moon is warning you. The moon's light isn't even real. The moon's light is only transmuted solar energy. Stop wasting your energy trying to change something that already told you it only needs you to change you. Wholeness. So the Ophiuchian function in the angelic format is saying stop. If you chase this thought, it's only going to show you more illusions. But that devil side that says shit, this is basically ego. The devil side is basically saying, no, man, there's so much we can create. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can do. You're going to lose all of that potential if you don't bind yourself to all of these gains. 33, that mastery number y'all like to lie yourselves about. What was 3? The thoughts. The thoughts only want viral existence. The thought says, just create more thoughts and I'll show you how to live. Holy shit, you're the rat that ate the fucking parasite and now you're about to go find the cat. And the cat gonna kill you. But don't worry, in 3 days you'll resurrect as a rat again. So the devil function of the Ophiuchus energy said, nah, man, go on out here and create all of these thoughts so that you can become what you're thinking, my dear God of thought. If you're the God of thought, but you now have become the thought itself, are you not the God of yourself? Take your time. If you are the God of thought, but you have become what you are thinking, are you not your own God? Don't apply no fucking bullshit. Let's just use common sense, something most of you motherfuckers ain't got. If I am the God of thought, yet I am only what I am thinking, am I not my own God? Shh, probably not authorized to think that way. Why? Because you're in delusional ass Sagittarian energy. This Capricorn new moon that says there is no influence except for what you think. Sagittarians are hunters. I'm going to go chase what I'm thinking. But wait a minute, you're only thinking about your own separation. No, fuck that. I'm going to go find me. I'm going to go on a search party for myself, as myself, with myself, to myself, for myself, through myself. But I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know who I am. But I'm on fire. Cue in Bugs Bunny in that pot with them delicious onions and carrots. You cooking yourself. Holy shit. I'm the God of myself, but I'm looking for me. Because I got divine amnesia based off of the separation because I'm scared to just be whole. So I'm a manifest to a connection that is only going to trap me and me. This is basically the Wile E. Coyote function. I'm going to set a trap so I can catch myself. You see how dumb that just sounded coming out of my mouth? I'm going to set a trap so I can catch myself. That's all your life lessons are. I'm going to set a trap so I can go through the experience to figure out who I am. And then when I get to the end experience, I ain't going to recognize who I am or what I am. So I'm going to set another trap. Spiritual acme like a motherfucker. You're using faulty traps and faulty beliefs and faulty doctrine and faulty thoughts to try and discover who you are by becoming and creating everything that you're not. The only thing you're manifesting is yourself and separation. Holy shit, what's 2 + 4? 6. What did that ego tell you? That devil side of Ophiuchus says, I'm going to show you 6. 3 + 3 is 6. I'm going to show you 6. And it did. It showed it to you. So now you're on a journey trying to find your 6. If you understand that from a military perspective, in the army, you say, hey, I got your 6 troop. That means I got your back. I got your 6 o'clock. I have your back. I'm out here trying to find my back by going forward. Ever seen a cat chase his tail? Ever seen a dog? Cats don't really do that shit no more. Ever seen a dog chase his tail? Look dumb as fuck, don't they? Look dumb as fuck. Chasing their tail to the point to where they get dizzy. Holy shit. Cosmic psychosis. Dizzy as fuck. What happens when you're dizzy? Again, cue in a good Bugs Bunny cartoon when they spin you around and Daffy Duck get beat upside the head, and now Bugs Bunny come in, hey pal, I got you, and Daffy Duck all fucking dizzy and shit. He'll do anything because he can't think for himself. Holy shit, Capricorn, the God of thought who can't think for himself. The God of thought who cannot think for himself is a perfect fucking slave. Oops. Now you're back at Capricorn again. The Capricorn energy told you you're already under manipulation. But you lie to yourself and call it manifestation. So now you need to check yourself. Once you messed around and made that move and you fucked yourself over, this new moon says, here's how you can release and set yourself free. Last card. Stabilize yourself. 2-9. Connect to you in your highest vibration, not you that's already under control. Remember, I just gave the example of you done ran yourself so dizzy that anything can control you. Holy shit. Turn on your news. Watch them lie to you about what's really going on so much to the point to where you start to think it's the truth. Now they got you under control. They're going to show you 95 different angles of what you already know wasn't real, so much to the point to where you start to consider it as a reality. Where was you on June 9th? I was at home. Where was you on June 9th? I did it. Wasn't even there. Have you indicting yourself in order to secure stability where you already had none? You will stop your ability to think for yourself just so you can justify not have to think for what's already overwhelming you. New moon in Capricorn. New moon. No lunar influence. A chance to release and reset. A chance to breathe and figure out which way you want to go. Capricorn, the god of thought. If something is already telling you which way to go, the moon never mattered. If something is already telling you what you can and what you will do, the moon never mattered. You were already enslaved. You were already enslaved, and your ability to be free has already been stabilized. 2 + 9, 11. Justified. Justified what? Trying to find me where I already lost myself. Holy shit, Troop. I got your back. Do you have your own back? Most of you motherfuckers ain't got your own front because you're too busy selling it to who you think got it. But them motherfuckers don't even speak for themselves because they got a lot of fools like you talking for them. Cosmic schizophrenia. So many voices in your head, and ain't none of them you. And the ones that you want to be you won't get free. That's a parasite. That's a fucking sickness.